Oh, if I can see one at the bottom right down there. And since I can see it at the bottom that hasn't risen, I am going to go ahead and use my heat gun again. This time hopefully just not as close. Oh, there it goes. There's one pop, and I see another one. Oh, I can see them all rising to the top. There's actually quite a few bubbles, probably because I did such a big level. I have several coming to the top. But that's why you do this, so you can get them from the bottom to come up. I have a whole cluster of them. For some reason, these are not wanting to pop. So let's see if I can drag them over. I definitely don't want these to go through the drying process. I'd have a lot of drilling to do in that case. And that I do not want to happen. Okay, and we're back. Unfortunately, the camera battery did die on us. So what I did in the interim is that I went ahead and removed all the bubbles that were going on at the time, and I put our piece in to cook. And that was just in the UV light machine. Okay, so if you can see our piece, we have a perfect piece with no bubbles. Let me see if I can get that up to the camera, okay? It's kind of hard to see, but I'll make sure to take a close-up later afterwards. Now, it's pretty flat, even though I did a really thick layer, but this was a deep well that I was trying to fill in. So what I think I'd like to do, and this is the first time I've done this, is I'm going to add an additional layer. And I know you can layer it, but I always, as you can see, get too impatient and I put one big layer on, even though I know that I should be doing more than one. So that's my bad. But we're going to go ahead and hopefully now I don't mess this up. This will be a test for me. And so let's go ahead and add another layer. I really want to get a round bevel on this. So that's my goal. So I'm going to add another layer. Maybe not too thick. We'll see what happens. Of course, I'm already putting on way too much. But, you know, hey, it's all about experimentation. I should be doing these in little layers, but we'll see what happens. So I'm going to push this around. And of course, if I mess this up, I'll be mad since this is a gift I've been working on. The good news is I can buy more of the bevels. This isn't the only one. There are more in the world. And they have them available right now because I saw them today. So I'm being a little bit more riskier. If this was a piece I was really concerned about, I probably wouldn't do something new. I mean, don't take me wrong. I worry about this because it's a gift for my daughter, which is special for me. But I know I can go get a replacement piece. So that takes some of the worry out of it. And so I'm just going to keep moving this around. Sorry, my hand just keeps blocking your view. I should have set the camera on the other side. But I'm going to keep pushing this out to the layer there, over to the rope, because I don't want it to trying to see here. Turn it around because it's easier for me to work this way. And it looks like I might need a little bit more product here. This really is a big surface area. So I'm going to add a little bit more. Oh, and I missed a whole section, it looks like maybe over here. I can't tell. Okay. It'll be just my luck. Watch, this time I'll get a bunch of bubbles and something will rise when I put it into the machine that I missed. Because I see up there I just popped one. Okay, let's see if I can get my glasses out of the way. I can see this. Oop, there's a bubble right there we're going to pop. Okay, and that looks good. Now, let's see. I am going to use my heat gun even though I can't see anything, because last time it raised a bunch from the bottom. Okay, let's take a peek here. Get this loaded back up. See if I can do this without dropping it. Okay, that's what I thought. I wanted to take a look at this bottom part because it looked like I was missing some bubble on the edge. It was pulling away from the edge where I didn't get enough in there. Again, I have some very poor lighting because I'm doing this at night, and the room I'm working in does not have the best lighting. Okay, and again, we're doing the same thing here. We're not getting it all the way to the edge, so we need to push that over. So you really have to take your time and work on these pieces because you want a quality finish. You want the person that's receiving it or yourself to be proud to wear it. I do see one bubble over here. Now this design that I'm working on, this will be a one-of-a-kind piece. This piece I will not make again since it is for my daughter. There's some necklaces that I do, but I will make a bunch of them. And it might be the same design, but this will be a one-of-a-kind. And again, this is only a small part of it. This is only one piece of the necklace. Okay, so over here we have the UV lamp, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn it on. If it's plugged in, oh, it's not plugged in. Hold on. Okay, there we go. It should be turned on now. I think when I pulled it over, I unplugged it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put this in, hoping there's no more bubbles in there. I didn't see any. And I'll set that in there. Now I'm going to set the timer for just 2 minutes. And what I'm going to let that do is cure for 2 minutes, and then I'm going to pull it out and make sure that there's no bubbles in it. And I want to do that before it hardens too much to see if I can fix it before there's any problem and before it sets all the way, just because it'll be easier. So we'll be back in just a moment. Okay, so our timer just went off, and so if I pull it out and look at it, I can see that we don't have any bubbles, which means I'm a really happy camper. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to put it back under the lamp, and I'm going to let it cure for a good 10 minutes. And so while that's processing, I'll go ahead and take another break. I just wanted you to see the stages that we're in now. And so we'll turn that on, let that cook, reset our timer for 10 minutes, and I will be back then. Okay, and we are back. Our timer has just gone off, and we're going to go ahead and turn off our machine and pull our piece out. And I do not see any bubbles. Let me hold it up to the light. No, and we have a nice rounded dome over the top. Looks even. Doesn't look. Now here's the real test. Is it going to be dry? And we have a hard surface. Okay, that's fantastic. So my first double layer was successful. And again, here's the piece. I will take a close-up of it so that you can see it. And this project, once, as a reminder, was done with Magic Gloss. And the papers were printed on the HP brochure and flyer paper. And to seal it, we used shipping tape. So I hope for those of you who have been unsuccessful in the past using Magic Gloss will give it another try. And if you have any questions, please post them below, and I hope to see you soon. God bless, take care, and have a safe and happy Halloween.